Well, thank you so much for joining Thursday live. It's been a long day. I'm gonna pause a little bit. Uh, Let me start Instagram. Every Thursday, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Gurjinder is from YouTube, is also joining. I do TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook live every 5 p.m. Central Time, which is scheduled, right? So I do it every 5 p.m. Central Time. Thank you so much for joining this meeting. Our dear Ashtush also joining. Rhonda is also joining from YouTube. Just couldn't schedule or post this schedule earlier because this week simply has been hectic as usual. But thank you so much for joining this live today. I'm attorney Jae Francis. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer based in Chicago, Wisconsin, and then we serve all 50 states. So today's topic is a Trump immigration, but we're gonna talk about all kinds of cases today. Time permitting. Just give me 1 second here. Now, so and then yes, DDNet. Hopefully, I'm saying your name correctly. Say hi. So, and then a lot of you joining this meeting. So let's start with the processing time. I'll get back to you, Ado. So marriage green card case, right? Marriage green card case, Rhonda. And then hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining. So marriage green card case, CR6 processing time is still 6 months. And then Ashtush, you've been wondering about how long work permit takes. So once you submit, it takes a little bit longer, but we're talking about 60 days later or a little bit longer, then you'll get work permit. So that's marriage green card case, which is good. But when it comes to fiancé visa 129F petition that goes to California Service Center, we noticed that it took 5 months to get approval for our cases. Used to be 3 months, but now it's 5 months. Ricky, so you have a question about your wife who got IR1 visa, right? It means that you've been married more than 2 years when consular post approve your case. Just let me know. So I'm gonna start answering the questions. Although the title is a Trump immigration, I will try to answer any questions that you post today. I have a certain topics that I like to discuss as well, but today I'm gonna start with the question. So then DACA renewal in Texas. Okay, so DACA renewal, regardless of where you live, you're able to renew it for now. So doesn't matter whether you're in Texas or Illinois, you're able to renew as long as your DACA is current or expired less than 1 year ago. But because of the Fifth Circuit Court decision, Texas has additional element, which is kind of sounds a little bit weird, but it's not happening. It means that the court told the lower court, which is the district court, to decide whether this employment authorization would be removed, separated from those who have a DACA in Texas. But it's not happening. So to make it simple, when it comes to DACA, two like status. One, renewal. Yes, renewal is possible regardless of where you live. In terms of new application, once again, regardless of where you live, you can do it. You can submit. But the problem is the USCIS will not adjudicate or review your case. Your case will be pending with the USCIS. So that's the real situation. Okay, the Ricky from YouTube asked a question here. Okay. Okay, so then looks like you're talking about your stepson. So you and your wife got married before your stepson turned 18, and then perhaps you started I-130 process, all this. You're asking question whether you need a biological father's like a consent. Usually we don't include it upfront, but we include it when our client stepchild goes to interview. So you need a permission, like a letter, consent letter, that I'm biological father of this child. I allow my son to live in the U.S. with his mother, biological mother, and stepfather, which is Ricky. So that's what we do. Okay. So Gurjinder asked the question from YouTube. You have a pending 45 and pending EAD. You're still waiting for approval. Does it impact if I apply for tax return? So the Gurjinder, right? If you're married, legally married last year, and then if you had a social, not sure whether you have a social or not because you just say pending EAD. So, I'll slow down. In 2024, you're legally married and had either EAD, I'm sorry, must be tired, social or IT number, then you need to file tax return with your spouse. And then looks like you have a marriage green card case. I'm assume that's the case, but I don't know. There's, that's all you tell. So you need to file tax return. In 2024, you're legally married and you had either ITIN or social, then you need to file married filing jointly. So moving to TikTok list of questions. Those of you who just joining for the first time, I get a lot more Gurjinder, that you had a social and you're married. Or if not, even if you didn't marry, then you need to file tax return. And then filing tax return doesn't hurt your case, but it is required. In fact, depends on fact patterns of your case condition. It may help your case as well. So those of you who joined this live for the first time, when I look at the TikTok, I look at the iPad, and then I need to scroll down. So that's why I use my fingers, and then kind of a little bit small. So sometimes I struggle. So I'm gonna catch up with these questions from TikTok. I rotate from TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So just be patient. Okay. Ado ask question. What can happen if your spouse send a letter to USCIS asking to deny Ado's 751 petition? So it looks like you were together when you filed 751, and then your U.S. citizen spouse backing out and then contacting USCIS. You actually need your spouse, right, for your 751 petition to remove the conditions. But if your spouse backing out, there is a way. So it's a challenging situation, but we may be able to help you. Ado, call us. So once again, right, YouTube allows us to mention the phone number, but TikTok doesn't allow it. So you need to go to my profile, Dr. Jae Francis Immigration, and then find the phone number over there. I'm not allowed to say that during the live or comments for TikTok, but we may be able to find a solution for you, Ado, but you need to call us because that's something that I'm not able to tell you. Okay. So I'm just reviewing this. So I talked about DACA renewal, right? Okay. Multiple questions. Okay. Yes. So then Akash asked the question. So you have a N400 interview coming up soon. It said in a month. And then you ask which version of civics test you need to study. You have a correct answer. It's a 2008. So there's a multiple version online, but 2008 is the correct version. You'll be surprised that both Biden and then Trump first term tried to make civics tests more difficult. So back and forth. But right now, the correct version for you to study is 2008. Basically, 100 questions. Okay. So peace on earth. You ask very difficult question. 212H waiver, and then now that's something that you need to call us. I'm not able to tell you because I need a lot more information from you. So sorry, I'm not able to tell you. I try to answer the questions during the live, but if it has a lot of issues underneath, then I'm not able to tell you during the live. So you need to contact us if you need a lawyer. Okay. I'm just reviewing this. Okay. Nadim asked, my 751 was dismissed in 2023. What option do I have it now? Well, I mean, the government or USCIS never dismissed the case. either rejection or denial, and of course approval. But you're saying that it was dismissed. So perhaps I'm just guessing, Nadim, that your 751 with the US CIS was denied and then referred to immigration court, and immigration court granted your motion to dismiss. Is that what it is? Uh, Once again, Nadim, you need to call us if you need an attorney to assess your option to see what's going on with your status. But that's my guess. Okay. Now, Winnie. Okay, so Winnie, as a U.S. citizen over 21 years old, filed petition for his mother in the U.S. It looks like that's the case, and she received interview letter. Winnie and then your mother must attend the interview. But I will tell you this: for our case, parent adjustment of the status, they don't schedule the interview normally. But I wouldn't surprise too much. But just make sure that you attend the interview with your mom. Okay. Oh, okay. So Iam, is that how you say your first name? So your father, biological father, is a filing petition for you, and then you're married. It looks like you're married to a foreign national, not the U.S. citizen. And then how long does it take? Well, obviously, if your father is a U.S. citizen, right, then he is able to file a petition for you. But if your father is a permanent resident, then he's not able to file a petition for you because you're married. But I wonder whether you're overseas or not. But this the case U.S. citizen, father's case for married child F3 visa, family preference takes quite some time. I don't have visa bulletin, but it takes about 10 years or so. So Ian, check visa bulletin, and your family preference is F3, letter F and number 3, because your father is U.S. citizen, I assume, and then you're married, and your wife is not U.S. citizen. Okay. So I'm just checking. Okay. So user 8663, you came to U.S. with a K1 visa. Oh, and then you apply for asylum, but you said rejected or denied. Okay, and then now your status is withholding or removal. Okay, so basically what happened is that I'm guessing that you enter with a K1 visa, but didn't get married to U.S. citizen petitioner, right? Or got married, or you didn't get married within 90 days. And then probably relationship broke down. So you apply for asylum and then went to the immigration court, and instead of granting asylum, they granted you withholding of removal. I'm just guessing, a lot of guessing here. Then you got married to U.S. citizen, and then what's your option? Is that what you're saying? Asking? Call us. Okay, we'll talk to you. We'll give you some case evaluation. Probably you need a paid consultation with me. Okay. I love TikTok, but sometimes when I don't answer right away and then scroll down, and it messes up all this order that I need to go. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing the roads today. Okay, we have a lot of 751 inquiries today, which is kind of unusual. But I'm happy to answer 751 petition to remove the condition. For those of you who's listening to this live and not familiar with the 751 petition, so I'll tell you this. So you got married to U.S. citizen, right? And then by the time the U.S. CIS approve your case, or it can be consular post, that you're married less than 2 years, then you get 2-year conditional residency. And then 2 years later, you need to submit 751 petition with your spouse together or individually, right? Individually. And then one of the question is that Shinda asked, is USCIS waiving 751 interviews? As of today, the cases that we filed together, it means the U.S. citizen petitioner and foreign spouse petitioner filed together, no interview. Only interview schedule when our clients file individually. So answer is, our cases, yes, they don't schedule interview, but doesn't mean that they will waive interview for all 751 jointly filed cases. So name, ask what are the requirements to submit 751. The one of the requirement is that you must submit your 751 petition within 90 days of your expiration, right? So that's the requirement. And then if you're living together, still married, you do it together. If not, you do it individually. The 751, you need to show that you and your spouse built a life together, living together, financial together, all this. So that's in heavy bona fide relationship case. If you need attorney, let us know. Call us, okay? Switching to YouTube. Okay, Mahamadu said that you got a prima facie determination. Then which case are you talking? You need to like 360. Let me know. So I need a little bit more information. Okay, so then Jimmy, I'll get back to you. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, Jimmy, okay. So couple of questions connected. So I divorced my ex within 90 days of entering the US. Okay. Looks like you're a US citizen. And then remarried my current wife 3 months later. Does this count as misrepresentation or violate 90-day rule? Oh, looks like you're the foreign national. Okay. Okay, so well, I mean, this is 90-day rule, is about the case that foreign national who enter with a visa or visa waiver, get married and apply for green card within 90 days. But what you're saying is that I'm not even sure whether you're a US citizen or not. That's not clear. But assuming that you're a foreign national, you divorce your ex-wife within 90 days of your entering the US. So let me drink the water. So divorcing doesn't count toward prohibited actions within 90 days that prompting fraud and misrepresentation. That's not the case. Okay. Similarly, or Smiley Baba asked, now, so then this is one of the topic that I wanted to talk. I made a YouTube video about this, the long one. So which nationality is affected for asylum green card application? Now, the answer is that those of you who enter from, right, CHNB, right, Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, they're the one that were hit by this, like a pause on green card application based upon approved asylum application. But also there is a general pause on applying for green card based upon approved asylum application as well. So we expect long delay with many green card applications based upon approved asylum application. Okay, so going back to TikTok. Okay, so Isra asked question: if I'm in the US with a visitor visa, how can I adjust? Well, obviously, the most common option is to get married to US citizen after 90 days and apply for a green card, and you can adjust your status to permanent residency. But under Trump, you need to be very careful with the timing of the marriage, and also you need to have a real bona fide relationship. Okay. Maxi 1372 after EAD card on marriage green card. Okay. So this is processing time question. So I don't know how long it took for you to get a work permit after you file marriage green card case, but right now you submit everything. About 2 months later you get work permit, and then about 4 months later either they schedule interview or approve your case for now. But we see a lot more cases scheduled for interview at this point. So, but we didn't move into mandatory interview stage yet. It means that under Trump and then up until July 2022, all adjustment of the status cases except parent cases are scheduled for interview. But now we may go back to that anytime, but we're not there yet. Okay. So Let's talk about this topic. I prepared some, and then it's good time to talk about this. For those of you who are here on student visa, F1 visa, whether you apply for student visa overseas or you change your status from tourist visa to student visa, you need to be extra careful because unlike others, right? F1 visa, right? You know that you have a service and that's controlled by ICE. ICE will know you, right? ICE will know you. And number two, if you fail to attend the class, right, you're out of your F1 status, then under Trump, under pressure, many universities may report those who's not attending class to ICE in fear of retaliation because ICE may tell the university, like, you're not reporting those who fail to show up for classes. So just be careful that, for those of you who's going to school with student visa, you know that there are some students express certain ideas about certain organization, detain. Also, one student who goes to University of Minnesota was detained. Initially, we thought that that's like, expressing some political ideas, but that's not the case. That person, right, was either convicted, more likely, or charged for drunk driving, DUI. So this is the second point. For those of you who are students here with an F1 visa, if you happen to have a criminal record, serious one, you need to be careful because ICE may go after you under Trump. So just one of the topic that I wanted to share with you today. Okay, so Karen Santiago, I said I have a quick questions, but I need more. Okay, so Shay, it's kind of hard to say. Shehala, I'm not sure if it's B or H. So she has upcoming interview, and she wonder whether her attorney need to attend the interview or not. It is really up to you and your attorney. So I will tell you this. So there's a two kinds of attorney response. One is that I must attend your interview, and then I need to know what's going on during your interview, which is one way. Another one is that we'll prepare you well for your interview. We know what's going to happen, and then you don't need attorney to be with you during your interview. I'm more like a letter approach. Why? Because we know what's going to happen during the interview. We prepare our clients well for interview. In fact, we're highly successful with our cases, and then we know what's going to happen during the interview. And number two, when I go to interview once in a while, I take notes. I take notes, assist my clients with the documents, additional documents and original documents in the past medical exam, but I'm not able to answer on behalf of my clients. I'm only able to talk about legal questions. But for those of you who have a straightforward case, but issue would be you don't have strong relationship document. I mean, there's not much attorney may help you, and then that's why I don't go to interview in most cases. But it's up to you and your attorney. So the short answer is that if your attorney doesn't go for interview, will your case denied? Not really. If you have a good case, okay. So a little bit. Oh, I miss. YouTube. I thought that I don't have any more question here. Okay. Yeah. So then Nadim, well, you're joining from TikTok, and then YouTube realized that I get less question from YouTube, and then you catch my attention. So, but thank you so much for clarification. Okay. So I was correct. So your 751 was referred to immigration court, and then it was dismissed by the immigration court in 2023, and then you were divorced in 2016. Now. That's something that you need to call. Probably we need to see your court documents because just based upon what you're telling, it's kind of hard to tell. But call us, and then perhaps you probably need a paid consultation. So Mahamadu, yes, it was 360 prima facie determination approval. Good for you. Congratulations. Smiley, I think that I answered your question, but if I miss it, I don't think that I missed your question here. So Junior, say hi. Okay. Okay, so then Junior. So how soon can I marry and file for AOS, adjustment of status, after my annulment with my old spouse? Looks like you're from Philippines, because Philippines there is no divorce. Only way to end legal marriage is to file annulment. Now this was done overseas, I guess, right? So I don't think that there's any wait time. So because this was done now, in general, like state like Wisconsin, if the divorce proceeding finalized in Wisconsin, there's a 6 month wait time for you to get married again. So Junior, if you need attorney, call us and then we would be help you. Okay. I was expecting you to see Archida, but thank you for joining. So I think that I told you previously that 129F petition, with the California Service Center, it takes about 5 months now. 5 months now. 5 months now. Okay, Michael, you filed your marriage green card case in January 12, 2025. When will I get your EAD? It's case by case, but I tell today that our cases used to be 30 days. Now we're talking 60 days, and you're past 60 days. So you need to wait a little bit, case by case. We have seen some cases waiting more than 60 days, but you're almost there. So Archida, 5 months from the time filing, because I see Archida every week. I even know she's not my client, that she filed her 129F petition on November 28, 2024, and went to California Service Center. And then it's just challenging that it takes longer, because it was 3 months. Now I'm telling 5 months. Junior, it doesn't really matter where you live. We process many cases virtually, so with a Zoom client portal and call, we will be able to help you. Even if you're in New York. Okay. So Smiley, you asked another question, so I'm gonna scroll back. Okay. Yeah, I think that I answered you. So which nationality is affected for asylum green card application? Ban, right? Ban. And then I told you that the clear one would be those from CHMB program, right? Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, Venezuela. And then USCIS said that they were going to pause. And then also there was a general statement that they were going to be more critical and sometime pause asylum cases, because just like his first term, Trump's immigration believed that many asylum cases has a lot of issues. So Michael, yes, I tell you, right, all adjustment of the status cases goes to National Benefit Center initially, but it's not about where it goes. It's about like a strength of your case, and also whether they're checking extra for your criminal background or your background check. Okay, I'm so behind with the TikTok question here. Okay. User, well, I mean, A663. Okay, so you're wondering whether you can do adjustment of the status. So I mean, I answered your question previously. You need to call us. I'm not able to tell you during the live. Okay. So LEU, you got EAD 90 days after biometrics. Okay. So nowadays EAD timeline is like all over the places, right? 730 is also affected as well. So it can be 30 days, it can be 60 days, it can be 90 days, and it can be 120 days. I hope that it doesn't go into 6 months, but that's a possibility. Okay, so let me wrap up this. Usually talk to you about 30 minutes. I'm thinking perhaps adding Monday, like 11 or something like that, in addition to this, or switch to Monday, because Thursday 5 p.m. I work nonstop. I have a nonstop meetings and then work on the cases and consultations, and then I get really tired. So we'll see. But for now, you'll see me every Thursday 5 p.m. unless I'm on vacation. But sadly, I don't take any vacation, okay? Because I cannot take any vacation. So it's like simply too much work. So thank you so much for joining this multi-stream live from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook and LinkedIn. I will see you next Thursday 5 p.m. And in between, I'm gonna post the long form videos and short videos, and then you can read and blogs, and then come to our website. If you need alternative, call us. But more than anything, peace be with